the last part here, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And so much of what I preach boils down to this. This is what Jesus said to do. This is why it's a good idea to do it. And this is how we start doing it. That's most of the messages. This is what Jesus said to do. This is why it's a good idea. And this is how we start doing it. And this is, I hope you like that sort of teaching, because you're going to get a lot of it here, because it helps you learn to be more like Jesus. And I hope every single week you have some clear steps identified to you so that you can take your next step in being a disciple of Jesus, and doing this and helping to make disciples and helping to meet people and encouraging them, helping them to take their step to follow Jesus, to become transformed, to join a church, to join a community, and then teaching them how to follow Jesus. So what about you though? Do you do this? Do you go and make disciples? Do you baptize? Do you teach them to observe what I have commanded you? This is your job. This isn't just my job. This isn't just the treasurer's job or the trustee's job or the deacon's job. This is your job. This is your marching orders to go and make disciples, to baptize them, and then teach them to observe all the things that Jesus taught and did. This is your job as a follower of Jesus. And if there's a gap between what you are doing and what Jesus is asking you to do, then I don't want you to just feel bad, okay? Because that's most of the time what happens. And really, we need to watch the shame and the guilt, because when shame and guilt enters this conversation, then things start to shut down, right? You shut me down, you don't want to listen because you know, well, I'm not doing that, and so then I must be bad, and then I must be a bad Christian. And not only that, but this seems completely impossible. Like, I can't preach to people. How am I going to make disciples? I get baptized. Like, are you insane, Ron? This is like way too hard. And so your brain just goes like, we're shutting down, you know? I don't want to be one of those guys thumping the Bible, screaming at people on the street. Like, I don't know, Pastor Ron. So I want you to just kind of time out on all that. You put the guilt and the shame away. You can pull that out later if you want. But it's not going to help us right now, okay? I don't want you to hide. I don't want you to shut down mentally or emotionally. I just want you to ask a question, get curious. If you did want to do this, how would you do this? What would that look like? What is the vision of a life of a person who is going and making disciples, baptizing symbolically, helping bring people to church, to become part of the community, to integrate with the community of believers here, to make transformational steps in their life, to observe all the things that Jesus has commanded you, and to help, to teach, to instruct, to guide, to encourage, to mentor other people in observing the things that Jesus has commanded. What would that life look like in your context?